What is up, everybody? It is time for another reaction. But before we get started, don't forget to do those three things I like to ask you to do and like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. So today, what I wanted to check out is, well, it's a video about Sweet Baby Inc. You probably saw it in the thumbnail if I made it like that. But apparently there's a different game that came out or was being worked on, and let me just show you. So the video we're gonna check out today is titled "They Worked with Sweet Baby and then this happened," and it's by the YouTube channel Rev Says Desu. Now, if you don't know who Rev Says Desu is, obviously it's this character here on the right. But don't let that girlish appearance fool you, because the voice is actually male. They're on some Aristotle shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, but let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Up here. So today we're going to be talking about Unknown 9 Awakening. This is a game that on paper might have some potential, right? It has a big budget. It's being produced by Bandai Namco and one.
Okay, big budget. Forspoken had a big budget too. I mean, I played it, but it was kind of. She was a bitch. The main character was kind of a bitch, and I didn't like it. I tried to have fun with it. I liked the movement of, in the game. That was cool. You know, the ability to move around and stuff, like how it was portrayed. But like, it's kind of boring. Anyway, so and Forspoken had a huge budget too, so I don't know anything about Unknown 9 Awakening.
One of their studios that they own called Reflector, who has some very big aspirations for this project and more. But given all that, why does a post from the official Bandai Namco account with over 1 million followers struggling to get 100 likes on a tweet promoting the release date of this game, which is in less than 48 hours?
On October 18th, Unknown 9 Awakening arrives on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check out the map for global release timings. It is currently 10:17 at 9:48 p.m. So this comes out in a few hours, apparently, in less than 24 hours. Let's see, they got 313 comments, 34 retweets, 90 likes, and 12 saves. All right, what's going on?
In fact, they can't even produce 100 likes. They have 300 comments, most of them making fun of this post. And also you can see one of the hidden replies here, big mistake by any company to do this, saying, "Get effed with your woke drivel." Now, why is that user and many others saying that? Well,
okay, yeah, definitely a bad thing to like start hiding replies. Like, if people are gonna talk shit, people are gonna talk shit. And maybe whoever hid the reply didn't know that you could see hidden replies or anything. But like, that's a no-no. That's on some Dr. Disrespect type ish. You know, like when he first put in minor, then he edited out the word minor, then he put it back in because people were like, well, I mean, we can see you took it out, bro. But anyway,
back in March of this year, there was some discoveries people were making about the previews of this game, where they were looking at the actress that the main character was based on and saying, whoa, what's going on here?
She looks fugly. Like, is that supposed to be her?
Here's another example this year of a game intentionally uglifying the conventionally attractive woman that the character is based on. Well, the connection becomes very obvious in why this is happening when you realize they are with Sweet Baby Inc. You can see here's a lot of information, but all you need to know from their own website is this section right here where you see David Bedard and Kim Belair. So David Bedard is the co-founder of Sweet Baby, and Kim Belair is, of course, the CEO of Sweet.
I'm pretty sure Kim Belair is that one chick that did the that had that speech where I mentioned this in one of the other videos, where she was like, pretty much, if she was saying that companies didn't want to work with you, you should have coffee with one of their employees or staff, whatever, and pretty much threaten them. Let me see, Kim Belair. See if I can. Was that her? Yeah, that's her. That's her. Yeah. Hmm. Have coffee with what? Let's see. Oh, was this it? Is this it? Hold on.
Put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. Because they have to consider, like, I say that out loud as a joke, but it's actually very, very true, because if you start to consider the people who are player and audience facing and who have to deal with mitigating harm and with keeping the sentiment around their game and their project positive, there's like a genuine value that you can impress upon them with both ethically and financially. You can say this is important. And it's also a valid discussion to have, because if you're working with a very thin narrative budget and you work in AAA, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised or dismayed by the amount of money that marketing can give you.
Yeah, that's Kim Belair. So pretty much like if they don't give you what they want, threaten them. Scare them, as she said. Yeah.
Sweet baby, and that's pretty much all you need to know, right? This is the sweet baby kiss of death. Whenever your game or your studio is attached to sweet baby, at best you should hope to just have a disappointing launch. And you should fear a total, utter collapse like many games have once their connection to sweet baby has been discovered. And this right here is no different. This is truly the sweet baby kiss of death. So back in March, this was discovered, and that was the peak time. That was only weeks into the public discovery of Sweet Baby, and people were
okay. So it was back in March, because I was about to say, like, I thought people had, you know, stopped fucking with Sweet Baby. Like, I thought like they're or was that Ubisoft that no, that's something else I'm thinking about. Yeah, I thought people were done like messing around with Sweet Baby. I thought they were like, you know what I'm saying, had realized that Sweet Baby S.B.I. is just, you know, a kill switch to add on to any type of project of work, body of work. So I was wondering, but this was like back in March. That makes more sense.
Looking around and trying to find games connected to this company, and Unknown 9 was one of them. And when people discovered this back in March, you can see a compilation of posts from Steam where people were saying this is woke and all that stuff, and why does this look so bad? And then in response to that, they started just banning everyone. They went into damage control mode and started banning people for the most ridiculous reasons. Here's an example from this user.
So basically, if they don't agree with you, ban them. If they don't like what you're trying to do, if they have an objection to whatever it is you're trying to force on them, then they're in the wrong, and they need to be banned, and they need to be outcasted from your little community group. Bruh, that's how people don't grow, right? The way to grow is to be willing to like listen, be willing to take advice, be willing to hear people out, and then try to make some changes. Like if people are just like are saying we don't want this inclusivity forced into our games, then maybe or not in just our games, but forced into our beloved titles that we like, then maybe you should listen to that. And instead of trying to take over other titles like the new Star Wars that recently came out, instead of trying to do that, make your own. Like it seems like they're trying to do, which is good, but make it a good enough story so that people can't deny how good it is. Instead, they're focusing on inclusion and instead they're focusing on inclusion and all this other stuff instead of focusing on making a good game first with a great story. And then like, you know, adding the inclusion as just a little sub nudge thing. So, but, and they're not trying to change that, it seems. Like, let's be real. Because multiple games have come out when they, with Sweet Baby Inc., uglifying the main characters, multiple, and there's always been some type of backlash for it. So let's say, how about they just make a conventionally attractive character, conventionally attractive female presenting character, we'll say that, we'll go. Why don't you just go Astolfo on them? If you don't know who Astolfo is a character from an anime called it's from the anime Fate Stay. I think Fate Stay Night. It's one of the Fate Stay series. But Astolfo is a. Let me just show you better. Here, this is Astolfo. Boom, that's Astolfo. Well, if they could just make an Astolfo as the main character or something, right? Or like one of the sub characters or something. Guess what? Astolfo is a guy. But the thing is, Astolfo had straight niggas saying the dick makes it better, which in my opinion, that's still kind of gay as fuck.
So it's actually not gay to be attracted to Astolfo. And let me tell you why. Okay? Because gender is a social construct.
Ha! Gay!
But dude, niggas was still saying it. And so nobody really had a problem with Astolfo. And there was like the character does good. A lot of people love the character still. The anime did great. Everything was cool. But instead, they'd rather make an ugly character and just to try to be like, you know, fuck people who like conventionally attractive people. Like if they went with a character like Astolfo and said this female looking character is the main character or something, people were like, okay, cool. By the way, it's a dude. Some people would be like, hey, what the fuck? But there would still be that subsection of even straight dudes that would be like, the dick makes it better. That's still gay as fuck to me, but still, it would be cool. It would still work. And even like the trans community would have someone they can cosplay as. You know what I'm saying? But like, instead they just don't like beautifully looking people, and so they want to just screw that. They want to say screw you and your attraction to beauty, and we're going to give you this game with ugly looking people and you're going to like it. Except they forget that they can't force us to like it. They can't force us to play it. You can put it out there and waste the money, sure, but it's just gonna make people lose faith in certain companies, especially like you saw when people find out a game is working with Sweet Baby Inc. It's like, oh well, never mind. Oh, this game's gonna be trash immediately. And then there's backlash. And now, and like things with like Ubisoft as well. And especially after we ended up hearing from like one of the Ubisoft insiders that if after Assassin's Creed Shadows and what was the other one, Assassin's Creed Hex, like if they don't do as well as Ubisoft wants, then they're planning to hide the wokeness of the game. They had a plan to hide the wokeness of the game inside the game at a point where once you reached it and discover that there's wokeness, it's too late to return the game because you've played the game for that much amount of time, or what usually takes that much amount of time. Like with Steam, usually you have what, 2 weeks or so before you can return a game. Well, they're probably planning on putting content that makes the game woke and will suddenly change the story of the game and everything like that, in a point that they expect someone working a regular 9 to 5 won't get to until that 2-week mark passes and they cannot return the game, or whatever mark it is it 2 days or 2 weeks? I think it's 2 weeks. At whatever point from wherever you buy it where it's like you can't return it anymore. So now, personally, I have I had no faith in Ubisoft anyway, but now I have negative faith in Ubisoft. So people are just going to continue to lose faith in certain game developers, and the rise of the indie developers is going to skyrocket. Like personally, I don't know about you, but personally, I'm waiting for chapter 3 of The Coffin of Andy and Lele. That game, I enjoy that game. The story is crazy. The characters are cool. Lele's hot. Andy's a cool dude to play as, and even though you could have the option for the ending of chapter 2 to kind of be like an incest thing, it was still funny. Like I went through all the different options on chapter 2, and I'm waiting for chapter 3 to come out because I'm looking forward to continuing the story of the game. So right now, indie developers are up, in my opinion, and these big company game devs are just down, and looks like they're falling and losing trust. But I've ranted long enough. Let's continue.
Where they said that they got banned, and here is the provided reason. They said, "Do I smell some sweet baby in here?" And that was it. You were permanently banned. So yeah.
Wait, before he does that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if people start using sweet baby as an insult, just like in rap lyrics or in any way they can. Like, man, shut your sweet baby looking ass up, or you know, say like something like that. But it would be so funny. I'm looking forward to the day where Sweet Baby Inc. or Sweet Baby in general becomes a household insult, just to like talk shit about someone, about what they're saying, what they look like, or what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? You sweet baby looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. All right. Okay. Oh no. Right, and why choose that size of font? Like, it's tiny. Maybe they don't want you to read it. They just kind of want you to just see that it's there, but not actually strain yourself in reading it. And the last one. Wait. They said our specialties run the gamut. What the hell is a gamut? But their specialties run the gamut. Do they? All right. Well, now I'm curious. What the hell is a gamut? GMT. A complete range of extent. Your stories run the complete range of extent. Okay. All right. Well, maybe you should not run the gamut. Maybe you should just stop.
Our studio employs engineers, developers, artists, and creators from all corners of the industry. After all, there's a lot that goes into building universes. So what do we do with this mixed bag of talent? We lean into each reflectorian's Reflectorian's creative and technical prowess to create epic games and thrilling interconnected adventure stories shared with the world through video games, podcasts, comic books, novels, web series, and more. So, in response to that, I can share a life lesson I learned very early on in life, and I think it's always relevant. A master of all is a master of none. Oh. It seems like they have a million...
So, Matt, what was it? What's the saying that I remember that version of? Something of all, jack of all trades, master of none?
Different identities, and they say we can do A through Z, and it seems like their attention is scattered all over the place. Like, they're already talking about the next project, the next type of thing they want to make, when this whole universe they're building hasn't even hit the ground running yet. In fact, it's hitting the ground and just falling flat on its face, because there is a lot of very concerning stuff about the release of this game, at least concerning for Reflector and Bandai Namco.
If you're going to fall, at least fall with style. But this seems like it's just falling hard as a rock. Bro, Buzz Lightyear would be disappointed.
But on top of that, as you might have guessed, if you look through the reasons you should work with this company, Reflector, number 7, diversity, inclusion, and respect. Collective success means everyone feels included and respected. Our employees hail not just from Montreal, Quebec, or Canada, but all over the world, bringing a wealth of perspectives and cultures to the table. We value creating an inclusive workplace that adds to much needed diversity in video games, one where everyone has the space to put themselves forward authentically. Yes, they are definitely a company that is focusing heavily on DEI, and that should not be surprising whatsoever, but
and they want to call it DIR, diversity, inclusion, and respect, which is, you know, if you put those three, if you want to acronym that shit, it's DIR. Like, you know, almost like Carlos Messina. It was all right, bad joke, but let's keep going.
There's a lot of information about this game, and it's catapulted into the grave as it approaches its release date. In fact, a couple weeks ago, it was revealed by this individual, Dr. Disaster, on his YouTube channel, that from his sources within some stores,
like the character looks ugly as fuck, like fugly, like super fugly. Sweet Baby game is flopping. Unknown Nine Awakening pre-sale numbers are awful. I mean, that's right, it does come out tomorrow. Modern audience is MIA. Not even the modern audience wants to play this shit. Like, or modern audience, I should say. Because I'm guessing when they say modern audience, I'm guessing that they mean, you know, more, you know, woke-ish type people, and people that scream for inclusion but don't actually support the inclusion by going to go and play the games or things like that. You know, a lot like how I'm gonna say it, how women are talking about women's basketball players not getting paid as much as men's basketball players. I don't know if they're still saying that, but it was because nobody was supporting the women's basketball players. Not even the women were supporting the women's basketball players. Women didn't buy tickets to go see women's sports. But they did buy tickets to go see men's sports. Nobody was trying to watch the women's sports because it was just boring. It wasn't as exciting. There was things that they could do to make like women's basketball more exciting. Like, I don't even give a shit about sports. I don't even watch sports, but this is what I heard from other sources, and they made their point valid enough to us like, all right, yeah, I can see what you're talking about. But some of the things that they could do to make it more exciting was lower the women's basketball goals so that women can start dunking. Things like that. But apparently they don't. So not even the people that scream for inclusion are even going out and playing the games that are trying to force inclusion. Nobody wants to play the games that they're trying to force out there. It's like, get out of here, bruh. You learn a lesson already. How much more of other people's money are you going to waste before y'all finally get the hint? Holy shit.
In heavily populated areas, this game is not receiving a single pre-sale, and this is just 4 weeks ago.
This person runs.
Well, it says pre-sale numbers are awful, to be fair. And so we don't know if they're getting a single pre-sale or not. Hold on, let me see if this is on Steam real quick. What's this called again? Oh yeah, Unknown 9. Can you check pre-sale orders on Steam? Let me see if I can find it on online then. Unknown 9 Awakening pre-sale numbers. And let me check on Steam real quick. Unknown 9 Awakening. Maybe I can find it somewhere. Pre-order guide. Stop. What the hell is playing that music? Oh, y'all couldn't hear, but I could, because anyway. Let's see. I don't know if there's a graph or something or a chart that I can use to find the pre-sale numbers. So I'm not seeing them. I'm sure there's a way though. I feel like there's a way. But I feel like it would take too long right now since I can't immediately find them. The pre-sale guide editions pre-order. Didn't see it on Steam either. It kicks off. Countdown. Maybe they'll tell us in the video that he's getting ready to show.
9 retail stores in a highly populated area. This person runs 9 retail stores in a highly populated area, and I'm being told that in all 9 stores combined, there hasn't been a single pre-order for Unknown 9 Awakening. And I was recently contacted by someone else who works in the retail industry who claims to run 14 stores. I am still vetting this person, but I will disclose this. I'm being told from this person that in those 14 stores, they also have not seen a single pre-order of
Not a single pre-order in 9 stores in a heavily populated set of areas.
Okay, to be fair, try to play devil's advocate. Maybe most of their pre-sales are online. Maybe people are pre-ordering it online. I don't know.
So that's at least a win for Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? They had one sale per every 900 stores, or they had one sale for each store out of the 900 that were offering this in a big box chain. But yeah, that's pretty terrible. Not a single pre-sale. We know these days things are different, right? Nobody's lining up to get pre-orders for physical copies of games, but there still has to be some volume of it happening, and the fact that there's 0 at these locations is just shocking. But it's not so shocking when you go to the most wishlisted upcoming Steam games. This is a screenshot from today, less than 48 hours before this game is released. And right now, Unknown 9 Awakening is listed 349th. Yes, well, give them credit where credit's due. They have
numbers 794 in top sellers. It's even the fact that it's even in top sellers is hilarious. Oh man. All right.
Risen from 794. That was their placement only a few weeks ago. So give them credit, but yeah, this is a game that's $50. It can barely get the attention of anyone, and that is a really bad sign for them. And the other day, they had a promotional stream on Twitch for Unknown 9, and you can see the numbers from that live stream.
Ooh.
They peaked at 371 viewers for this preview stream. This is only days before release, and they couldn't even get a few hundred people. They are in big trouble. In fact, things get even worse when you look at the official cinematic launch trailer from a few days.
Hold on, I guess he doesn't have the thing that lets you see dislikes. I don't know if they fixed that whole glitch where it's like it didn't work before, like it was giving you the wrong numbers, or at least I'm pretty sure that's what they said when the whole Mr. Beast thing was kicking off. But Bandai Namco Entertainment America. Okay, cinematic trailer launch. 4.4K dislikes according to mine. I don't know if that's true. I hope they fixed the bug that was apparently giving people the wrong numbers. But 4,400 dislikes and only 428 likes. Holy crap. And what, I don't know when this came out. Let's see. This says 2 days ago. This says 3 days ago. So, all right. Well, yesterday it had only 367 likes. Now it's only, it didn't even go up 100 likes in a day, but it has 4,400 dislikes. That's rough.
Days ago, this was released at the same time as this preview stream. And yeah, over 2 days, 19,000 views. How on earth does a company like Bandai Namco on their official YouTube account with over 1 million subs.
Wait. How many views do they have now? 35,000 views. Holy crap. It went from 19,000 views to 35,000 views in 1 day. Almost doubled. And it didn't even go up 100 likes. But it has 4,400 dislikes. I wish I knew how much dislikes it had at this moment.
Only get 19,000 views in nearly 3 days. I mean, this video you're watching right now will get more views than this trailer within the first few hours of release.
All right, so they were at 35. Right now he's at 144,000 views. and the Unknown 9 is like what, 36,000. $35,000. This was put out 18 hours ago. It's already got 144,000. Well, I mean, when you're right, you're right.
How is that possible? I'm just some random idiot on the internet, but I can generate more hype for my YouTube video covering Unknown 9 Awakening than Unknown 9 Awakening can generate for their own official trailer.
Also, Bandai and Namco has 1.33 million subscribers. Rev has 699,000 subscribers. So Bandai Namco has way more subscribers than Rev, but Rev got way more, over 100,000 more views than their trailer does. 8.8 thousand likes versus their, now they're at like 420 something, and only 18 dislikes versus their like 4.4K dislikes. Bruh.
Only a few days before launch. It's so bad. And if you look at the comments, they're just getting absolutely roasted. Let's read a few of them. Is this modern audience in the room with us right now?
No.
This game will be concorded. I'm glad that is a new verb. To get concorded, to fail on launch. I can hear the screams of it.
Wait, before, in case you didn't know, concorded is, they're talking about, there was a game, well, you probably know, there's a game called Concord that came out, but within like the first month, I think, it might have gone like 2 or 3 months, but I'm pretty sure in less than that time, the game was, after the game was released, it was taken back down. Now, apparently, they're trying to make change. They've made some changes and they plan on re-releasing it. But who knows what they plan? Who knows what changes they made and if those changes will make anybody want to play it? Probably not. But
its future failure even now. Close your wallets, ladies and gentlemen. Death by 1,000 cuts. Why should we buy games made by people who openly hate us? The customer.
Ooh,
Steve Jobs
facts.
famously warned that consultants never have to deal with the consequences of their bad advice, referring of course to Sweet Baby and their consultation provided to this game. And then the last one here says, oh no, my wallet is sealed, such a shame. So as you can see, this is a disaster on every level. The only attention they're getting, the majority of the viewers on this trailer are there to make fun of them. Let that sink in just for a second, and tied up with this launch is some bad news for Bandai Namco, who has reportedly canceled several titles and is cutting its workforce. Man, I guess you really reap what you sow. The sweet.
So Bandai Namco is pretty much following Ubisoft's path. Like Ubisoft is on the verge of going bankrupt, and now Bandai Namco has canceled several of their titles and it's cutting its workforce to try and save money. That's a bad look. That's a bad look.
Baby Kiss of Death strikes once again, but this game, top to bottom, is a complete disaster and another example of woke garbage being rejected by gamers. The year 2024 has been a series of big victories for people fighting back against this nonsense. Everything associated with Sweet Baby or wokeness is failing on levels that nobody even thought possible, and this is going to be the next failure. It's a crazy time we live in where you can predict the failure of a game just because you know its connection to a consultation firm. That is wild. That's a wild state of affairs. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
You know what would would probably do even better than, you know, what Sweet Baby Inc. does, you know, to uglify characters in games or just wokeify games in general, because you know they did way more than just uglify the characters. They probably went through and just made the entire game trashed. But what I bet if they made a game with an Astolfo, the game would do way better than any of Sweet Baby Inc.'s projects all put together. And again, just to make sure you know who Astolfo is, that's Astolfo. Remember, just a reminder, that's a guy. Like, I bet they would do better with a game, with Astolfo game, than they would working with Sweet Baby Inc. I mean, as long as the story is good. I mean, the story probably doesn't even have to be great. It probably could do better mediocre. That should be funny to me though. I'm just saying. I'm just super saying. But anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comments below. And like, you know what? Hold on. Let's try to give. Let's check out the trailer. Let's go ahead and just one. Let's see the trailer. Let's see it. Unknown 9 Unknown Awakening. 9 Unknown. I forgot what the game was called. Unknown 9 Awakening. Let's check out the trailer. Let's give it a shot. Let me at least do that.
Floating from the fire.
I feel like that music's gonna be copyright. Fugly. Are they gonna show any gameplay? At least the movement was kind of cool. Like the power seemed interesting. You pushing people's soul out their bodies? The concept seems interesting, but it's too bad they decided to work with S.B.I. Okay. Okay, so she can see souls? or interact with them and like just possess people, like does she become a soul herself and then just run into people's bodies? Like, I don't get that part. All right, this is taking too long. Okay, well, the concept is kind of cool, but we didn't. Oh, I didn't get to see any gameplay. Obviously, this is just a cinematic trailer. The concept seems interesting, but depends on the gameplay and the story. Other than that, it's like the huge negative there is working with S.B.I. If that character was hot as fuck, then people would have. Excuse me. Then people would have loved. Then people would have played it. You know what I'm saying? If the character was all Stolfo, people still would have played it. Probably not as many people, maybe even more people. I don't know, but people would have played it, and I doubt the reaction to it would be as bad, especially if they just made this without consulting S.B.I. and just focused on making a good game, you know, instead of focusing on DEI and forced inclusion. And why don't you just focus on the story of the game and make a good game? But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm not gonna play this game. I know a lot of I know there are content creators out there that would be like, I'm gonna do this so you don't have to. But I like to vote with my wallet and my attention, so I'm just not gonna play this game. And I don't know. Let me know what you think about it, I guess. Let me know what you think about the thoughts. What are your thoughts? Blah, 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 blah. And don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is from there. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Much love to you.